Hey, what is going on? Of course, this is Tommy Guns. Wanted to finally make a new video, and like I said, not everything will be about bodybuilding, and this is kind of one of them videos more about mental health and kind of what's going on in the world. First of all, the channel is brought to you by the Triggered brand Peptides. The only place I go to get any of my peptides. They are the best around, and AmericanSARMs.com, my #1 spot for SARMs. And they got this bulk stack that is amazing. It has 3 different SARMs and MK677. So if you're trying to get ready for summer, that is the perfect SARM to choose. AmericanSARMs.com and the Triggered brand Peptides. My 2 favorite. All the descriptions will be in the description box. Well, so I noticed we are kind of like, and this has been a long while, and I think COVID really put everything over the edge, kind of like a mental pandemic. Everywhere I go, somebody's depressed, somebody's upset, hurt, disturbed. There's the suicide rate, as we know, is through the roof. People, and it's the younger people that are killing themselves at an alarming rate, and it's completely crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's nutrition, social media. Social media seems like to be the main culprit for a lot of it, especially with the younger kids. You're comparing yourself to other people, and you're really comparing yourself or your reality to somebody else's social mask or non-reality, where everything on Instagram or social media is the best picture possible, the funnest day possible they're putting online. Very few flawed days. So it's easy for people to look at this, especially kids that, or just people in general that are having a bad day. Maybe their life isn't or doesn't seem in their mind to be as important or as exciting as that person's life. So it's easy to get on social media and see other people's lives and think, oh my God, they are having so much fun. Their relationship is the best, this and that. And look at yourself or perceive in your mind that your life is inferior to that, which can make people really depressed. And trust me, I totally get it. I have been there before. And there are still days where I think I continue to fight that. You see things on social media and you wish maybe things were better for you, which it's just kind of a perception, and it's kind of just what you tell yourself in your mind. So it could be actually really false. I know a lot of people that post amazing relationships online. They look perfect, but I know them personally, and I know their relationships are in a bad place. So you just never know. You just got to be careful. You can never see somebody else's social mask or what they put out to society and compare it to your reality, because trust me, their reality is probably pretty close to yours, and they fight the same thing just like anyone else. People like me, we put videos up, we put posts up, the likes or views are way down. It messes with you mentally, and it kind of takes all creativity out of you. It makes you wonder if you are doing the right thing, continuing to make videos, posts, get on social media, yada, yada, yada. But that is a small scale, really, to what's going on. That's why, like nowadays, the CBD stuff is out of control. It seems like everybody's taking that. Or pharmaceutical marijuana, everybody's getting a card. Everybody needs something to help cope, whether it's alcohol, harder party drugs, which that's kind of a deeper thing. But it seems like the CBD stuff, it's at gas stations, it's all over the place, and people are buying this stuff up like crazy. People are just unable to cope with normal day life, or life itself just isn't fun to them. So they need something to help either numb it, or maybe make that a little funner, or make life a little more interesting. I've been there before. It is tough when you're dealing with different factors. Like, I think about my parents being divorced early, so I do have issues with getting close to people, or sometimes I'm weird if people show me too much love, and I'm guessing that goes back to how I was brought up. I don't know. I do try to figure those things out, because I have ruined some relationships just because I self-sabotage with different things that I have in my mind, that at a certain age, you gotta learn how to get past those, and there's no one else to blame. You gotta kind of blame yourself, but some people overly blame themselves, which puts them in a deep, dark depression, and they end up going to very dark places that is very bad. And unfortunately for such young people these days, and it happens to older people or mid-aged people too. So the video kind of, as I steer into where I'm trying to go here with mental, not really mental issues, but where we are as a society with different things, the way, you think of, you watch the news, how crazy the news is, or the political stuff. Oh my God, you don't know what to believe. We're in this time where both political parties are fighting against each other so bad that you don't know where to trust. They're pinning us against each other. And by doing that, it's creating a lot of mental problems. Because I know, I'm from Florida. When the whole George Floyd thing happened, people were literally burning down my city, and it was sad, very depressing to watch. The whole COVID thing, of course, whether you believe it or not, I do believe in their COVID, but I've talked to a bunch of different people. Definitely people have come out since then, and it's just one of those things that just, it's crazy. I mean, people dying from, say, diabetes, but at the hospital, they were forced to put down COVID because they received money for that. So there's a lot of different things in that, maybe another video. But where I'm like, once again, where I'm trying to go, sorry to kind of go all over the place, is now when I go in these stores, Walmart, Publix, anywhere I go now, if it's not the CBD stuff, it's these new starter companies. Like, I think Hims has it, Hers, Noom, they all have either sexual, like, stuff that help with sexual stuff, hair growth, but now they went into more of like the antidepressants type. And basically, you're basically signing, when you get online, you're signing up, and it's basically, they're signing you up for ongoing, like every 3 months, you pay a certain amount, and they send you whatever you put or feel like you need, basically without a prescription. I've looked at it. It's all, I can do it all on my phone. But getting away from that, when I go to places, there's a lot of these other starter companies. Same thing with Roman. They have vitamins now. They have sexual stuff now. The hair growth, just depression, like kind of meds to help you with depression. But there's also a lot of natural things that are out there, and I will put them up on the screen in the video and kind of show you of some of the brands that I've took pictures of. And a lot of them got a lot of, it's basically just herbal stuff, or ashwagandha. A lot of it has that. I used to take a probiotic that had that in it, and I felt like it worked pretty good. But a lot of this stuff, you got to be careful, because when you start mixing stuff together, because everybody's looking for the next thing. Everybody's looking for, well, this is the product that makes me happy finally. And it's tough because people try product after product. Same thing like when they try diet after diet. The only diet that works is the one that you will stick to. And I know with some of these, like if you go in the stores, it might be called stress relief or relaxation or calming. But all these new companies have these new supplements on the market to help you feel better, but not knowing, unless you really go to a doctor, have blood work, and get checked out, those same things that are supposed to help you can hurt you and can put your mind in a deep place. A lot of people, they can't pay for a doctor. They can't be paid for get blood work or get checked out. So they rely on these supplements and what they read online to hopefully be the one supplement that finally cures them. They're happy now. They're relaxed. They're stress-free. Life is completely better. That's these people's mind frame. They want something that makes life more easily controllable and where they feel better. But when you start mixing a lot of this stuff together, it can do more harm. And a lot of these people, like me, life's been all over the place. I finally got on Lexapro. I was taking Lexapro, which I just started probably 2 months ago now. And I was taking another supplement with it, and I was starting to really feel weird and awkward, just all over the place. So I looked it up online, and the supplement I was taking with Lexapro online said, absolutely do not take this with Lexapro. I stopped taking it, and now I feel way better. So it's easy to look at these products and just say, okay, it's like maca root. It's these little herbal things, and that they're going to be okay when you might not be okay. You got to be careful. You just can't start taking stuff and hope this is going to be the thing that finally heals you, when there's other things like counseling, maybe just getting blood work, maybe it's hormonal. It's just things you need to get checked out. And I know people aren't all financially fit to go do that. But at the same time, you can't just go to these like Walmarts and stuff or GNCs and start buying all these stress reliever, relaxation, or this and that, because a lot of times they will harm you. And like I said, I just want people to be careful. A lot of the stuff in some of these has been known to work. It's just when you start mixing stuff and you don't know it, because some people will buy a product and they're like, I feel something, but not quite doing it. And either they will jump to another product, or they will add that product to the one they were taking. And then they feel really start to get disconnected, anxiety, even extreme depression, because they're starting to mix all of these things together. And it can be a recipe for disaster for sure. So you really got to be careful when you see these things in the store. They might seem safe on the surface, but you just never know. I just recommend sometimes just going to find somebody to talk to will really help than going out and buying. A lot of these products are pretty expensive too. So just going out and buying product after product just to hope you have a better, feel of life, when sometimes it could be all mental or it could be all you. So going to talk to somebody, a counselor, pastor, or main thing, especially for women, is the blood work. As you get older, women need to get blood work because you're hormonal and different things you need. Women, they do need some tests. So as you get older, they have pellets. They might give you shots, creams. You need tests, certain estrogens. They got certain things that women do need to have, because if any of those go off, can make a woman's mental capacity completely different. So I definitely recommend, as you get older as a woman, definitely get your blood work, because one simple thing like that, like adding test pellets or testosterone, or working on your estrogen, or you got to worry about cortisol. There's different things. Just fixing one of them can totally change your mindset. Not saying these products on the market do not work. I read the reviews. A lot of people love these things. But if you're already prescribed something, or you're just mixing, matching products to hopefully this one will be the next one. I've done it before, and it messed me up mentally. I had to totally get off everything, restart, and eventually I got on Lexapro, which has really helped me. Of course, at first, your body has to adjust to anything you're prescribed. So I got myself past the adjustment phase, and I feel much better. So like I said, I'll put some of the products on the screen with the ingredients. A lot of them have the same ingredients, or that, here we go with the blend again. It's a bunch of stuff that's in them. It doesn't really let you know how much of each thing is in it. So if you're having a bad reaction, which one of those things can you relate that is causing that you can't? So just check the stuff out. I mean, you can look online, and do your homework on there. Online is kind of devil's advocate. It's good, it's bad sometimes, I don't know. But just be careful if you're looking for a way to feel better in life. Sometimes, reading books helps. The Bible can help. Counseling, pastor, maybe just going to church, getting blood work. There's a bunch of different things that can help. Or maybe one of these products that you find at Walmart or some kind of grocery store is the thing that helps you. I don't know, but just giving people a warning before you just start going out and buying these things. And I notice every time I go to the store, there's a new one out. And by starter program or starter product, I mean, usually it's a product somebody starts until they get enough money to start what they really want to do. That's kind of my definition. That's a kind of a definition that I've heard when I used to sell furniture and stuff, and different mattresses would come out and they were just starter brands. You start something, once you get enough money from that, you do the product you really want to do. But, you know, I'm just giving you info. I don't want this always to be about bodybuilding. I've been through a lot, and mentally I know how life is. Everywhere you go, people are nasty. You go out to eat, everyone's so loud or on their phones. The gym used to be the relaxing place to go. Now you can't glance at females. Everyone's got a tripod. Everybody's filming. You'll be blasted on social media if you glance at somebody too long. Traffic is getting worse and worse. Work, social media, friends, family, it all piles up. And when it piles up, it's tough to get through. Trust me, I quit my last job because I started to get so stressed out that some days I would wake up feeling paralyzed, or the feeling I had stage fright, but that stage fright feeling was with everything. Normal, everyday life things that should be easy for me to do, I was afraid to do anything. I am way better now, thank God for that. But it is a constant battle. Some people aren't as self-aware as I am, so they don't know how to catch these problems before they get out of hand. And just getting products, just non-stop products, and hoping that's the cure-all. You're gonna be really saddened by that. So try it if you can. Go see your doctor. Go get help. Talk to somebody. Sometimes that's the best things you can do, instead of just popping these natural vitamins or whatever you want to call them and hope you feel better. But that's what I wanted to get to today. It's more of a serious video, but everywhere I go, there's people down in the dumps. I've had a friend, she went over the edge recently. Luckily, her life was saved. And it's just sad to see stuff like this happen to people in their teenage years and early 20s when they got their whole life ahead of them. I didn't know about anxiety or depression till I got in my 30s. And in my 20s, I was just having fun and living life. It's just so sad now with social media that these teenage people are feeling bullied, feeling so much pressure in life that they are taking their life. It doesn't make sense. It's got to stop. But social media is just too big. Nobody wants to stop it. And I do think all these people that do have these non-bullying pages, or just pages where they are there if you need help. So watch the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I can't do this without you. I don't like talking to myself all the time. I do have a dog that's pretty fun to talk to every once in a while, but I rather talk to you. I rather help you. So like, post, subscribe, and another one, EPN Nutrition. I forgot that sponsor. They are my favorite. I get all my protein, and I love their pre-workout. It tastes delicious. Go to EPN, use TOMMYLAW, and get your 10% off. And of course, American SARMs and the Trigger brand peptides. Until next time, this is Tommy Guns, and I'm out.